Thank you, Professor GENÇTÜRK, for your speech. And now I'm going to invite such a big name. He is the head of not only a Turkish national carrier, but also one of the most well-known brands in the world. We welcome Dr. Temel Kotil, Chief Executive Officer of Turkish Airlines.
I think microphone is on. My microphone is on? Not yet? Oh, okay, it's on. And hello to everybody. Sorry being late, and not because of traffic, because of my mistake. Huh? And it's honor for me. This voice okay? Huh? This okay? It's honor for me to address you here. This is a perfect. I need also a congratulations for being a faculty and aerospace and aeronautical. It's the third one in Turkey, right? And the first one is my school, Istanbul Technical. Second one is also my school, Middle East Technical, and third is excellent. Okay, because I see the academicians and young scientists and engineers and students here, I want to discuss one in the beginning. Everybody knows that, you know, the amount of the pressure in my body is huge. In my hand right now is about 100 square meters, right? 100 to 100. If you youngs find a way telling the gas atoms, molecules here, don't hit me, just hit me from here, I accelerate with it to G. I don't know how you can guys do it. I mean, everybody follow me, right? Because there is the molecules here, it's hitting my hands, all the directions, and 1 square meter is 1 kilograms first, 100 is 100, I'm 90 kilograms. And 2 hands is about 2, so it's, if there is nothing hitting my hands from here, and my acceleration will be 2g. I can fly. Is there any young students here who want to challenge this one and having the Nobel Prizes in 10 years? Anybody? We're communicating with, I'm an engineer. Huh? Anybody want to challenge this one? Tell all the molecules here, don't hit me. So it's okay from here. So this, you know, I accelerate, you know, I fly. Anybody could do it? It's direct as a Nobel Prize, you know. Believe me, I guarantee it is more important than anything in this earth. Ladies and gentlemen, actually the air is as solid as rock. If you know how I'm going to manage it, that's what this plane is doing. When the plane is flying, because of the pressure difference between the wings, upper and lower surfaces, we're flying. It's safe. If your engine keeps continuing working, like you are walking on the rock. They're correct, right? So still I'm asking the young engineer or the students, find a way, tell all the molecules, don't hit me, go somewhere else, you know, change your direction. And it's from the bottom is okay. Anybody raise their hands, challenge this one maybe in 10 years? I need somebody, you know? Good, thank you. So this is Nobel Prizes. And after this design, I need to introduce this one, you know? If you have, I see this kind of nice aircraft here, and I need to talk about the aviation. Also, this is the right now faculty, it's better to talk about the motivation. So I come here to talk about the Turkish airline. If allow me, I do the marketing for Turkish airline. If you're not happy with it, I change it, I talk about the aviation. I bring him as a hub in Istanbul, you know. And it's my 11 years, almost complete, as a CEO in Turkish. And I have some of my colleagues used to work Turkish, but they're here today. They're working for the universities. Welcome them also. And I will using the Turkish airline as an example. They told me we have about 20 minutes, I need to move, otherwise I became late. Okay, we believe the best thing in this world, best business in this world is aviation. You see there's a lot of numbers here, if it's working. And this is the number of passengers in 94. Number of passengers last year, 2 years back. Sorry about coming from late. because data didn't publish yet. And this is in 34. So this means in 20 years, almost, everybody in the world will fly. Of course, it is not every individuals because we count the legs, you know. So in the number of the individuals, but still is a good number. This is Turkey. Oh, it's grown very well. Oh my gosh, this is 381 million. Let's put them on some mathematics, you know. We used to be 1.6% of the worldwide aviation. We are about 3.7% worldwide aviation. It will be 5.4% of the worldwide aviation. This is just single country. This is not Turkish Airline. This is Turkey. Number of passengers, domestic, international, and also all the airlines serving in this country. Keep this number, remember this one, we use them later on. Okay, so we're saying anything is growing is better than it's not growing. I have my Miriam, young daughter, third one, and she's growing. So she's more important than the elder one, and the Kubra. No, both my kids are important. Anything is growing is amazing. What is growing? Africa, Asia Pacific. I said before, this is the ASK, the passenger kilometers. Previous one was the number of passengers, you know. Look at them here. That's North America, 19%. Go back. Look at them, Turkey, 5.4%. Turkey itself, it became a quarter of the North America. This includes US and Canada. Believe this one? Yes, because they're building an airport, they believe on it. It's amazing. So this land is so fertile for aviation. It's good to have the big faculty here because we lead, you know. Okay, continue. And this is famous old graphics. I'm using them from 2012 on. I don't know the new one. We can make the new one. That's the center of gravity. Every single year's number of passengers on north-south is west. On the airports, it's cross here. What's good about it? Who cares? This is the center, this is center. Oh, it's important. If the center is close to your hub, to Istanbul, in the average, mathematics, telling you, you can connect easier than others. Not everybody coming here, no, but as a mathematics, they're coming there. From Istanbul near airport, if you link the people, transfer passengers, compared to Dubai, a big hub, Frankfurt, Paris, London, they go home 2 hours early. Great. If you go home 2 hours early, you want to transfer from Istanbul. That's the one side of it. Second side is you consume less jet fuel. Oh, environmentally nice. It's good. The other one is more important for me. I make more money. That's the center. It's real. I mean, there is nothing here to cook. But the only thing is, for the future, they were forecasting. I didn't do it, Airbus did it. Okay, so this means the aviation is very important. Again, congratulations for the faculty here. And this is the GDP we contributing to Turkey. So mathematics this way, GDP, income of the airlines, multiplied by 5. This is induced, direct, indirect, everything, right? If you take on the airlines in Turkey, also Lufthansa, Air France, British, is serving here, our GDP dropped 7%. If you go to mathematics on the export, it's awful. So aviation is good. Okay, and you know they called mega cities. Do you know how I define it? Mega cities is the city worth to travel 10 hours to visit. Long haul flights, you know? It's mega cities. New mega cities this way. Come on, guys, world changing. Oh, lovely Africa. It became lovely. I love it, you know. I have a book is saying that the time for Africa. I didn't write it, I'm reading it. Okay. So, I need to explain. This is very complicated and graphics is controversial also. Here you see the growth rate. This loveliest airport in the world is Atlanta. Largest one, almost 100 million passengers in Atlanta. But growth rate is less than 1%. It's growth, developed, saturated. You know? Only growing one is in the Asia Pacific, except Istanbul. Is Asian or European? Sometimes you confuse. I'm not confused. We are part of the Europe, but on the literature they confuse. They put in the Asia, they put on the Europe. So it's the third largest one. This is just 25. In the 25 number of passengers coming, this lovely new airports. There is no name. They're saying they're new, and 120 million. We have another study is showing by 2035, number of passengers going. You don't believe on it. 260 million. So they are making mistake. They're small airport, huh? This is demand side of course. And on the long term, after 10 years, mathematical model doesn't work very well. So I'm not backing up that 260 million 100%, but it's 90%. Okay. So Istanbul, with all that negative things, still is very lovely, and is growing. Okay, let's talk about the competition between the airports. Actually, not airline is competing, airport is competing. Hubs in competing. So if you are competing in Istanbul, so at Turkish Airlines competing. That's the number of passengers in Atatürk airports. Last year, here. This year is here. Monthly basis, we have more passengers than the Paris Charles de Gaulle. My gosh, it's a small airport, big one coming. You see the changes? This is lovely hubs, you know? Number of destinations increase. Just a few years. Something magic in Istanbul, you know? Something strange in Istanbul. Really strange. It's going very well. Although all problems. They are just solid numbers, you know? I didn't make anything. There is no cook here, yeah? And I'm also an academician. I'm teaching in Istanbul University, so I cannot cook, huh? Academic never cook. Okay, Europe. Istanbul is the finest city in Europe. Okay. We are very successful in aviation. Do you know why? They are private. Yeah, yes, that's correct. Do you know why? Because we love the passenger more than the rest of the things. Our boss is passenger. And I used to be, you know, also the management in the university is Istanbul Technical, so I know. So I don't know, no message to you. As a management here, if you love the students, the school is growing, you know. I don't know, you love most likely the Mr. Rector, but we love the passengers. Whatever you love, give them attention, is grow by nature, you know. So last 10 plus years, we loving the customer, passenger. And we say it, as an airline, we order aircraft, new technology, fine, good. That's the 2-leg tables. You can eat it, you can have tea on these tables. I used to teach the elastic stability, you know. This means, in theory, they are in the stable, just 2 legs. Other 2 is missing, right? If state is not doing, infrastructure in the airports, or just regulation, and still this 2-leg table, you can have tea on it, but if a small wind comes, you lost your tea, right? Okay, that's the Binali Yıldırım, our minister. That's the Binali Yıldırım, our minister. In Turkey, everybody do his own homeworks. Government do his own works. Airline do homeworks. Everybody do homeworks. We are perfect. This is why we are successful. Keep continue. Time is missing. Okay. So if you just drop these things because I don't have time is going out, very fast. And we say customer is very important. Okay. This is Turkey from 30 million, 141 million passenger. Not Turkish Airlines. And Germany is 200 million. It used to be 180, it became 200. We are 30, became 141. Why I said Germany number of passenger? Because number of travel show the strength of economy, the future strength of economy. Because people first travel, 10 years later make money. Wait 10 years, Turkey became Germany. Catch Germany. Sorry, I don't know if there's any Germans, but no problem. I'm just speaking the truth, Okay, what happened in Turkey? 26 airport, 55. 57 is the new airport, 58 is the airport in my hometown, Rize, They're coming. All these things showing Turkey do something amazing. That's the Turkish airline. This one, oh, come on, this is 72. Sorry about it. That's a digital mistake, And 10 million is 72 million. It's good, 70% growth rate, right? That's a good number, right? It's about 3 times bigger than the average worldwide. Oh, this is the ASK, like how many seat kilometers we are putting on the service. This is lovely airlines. They are all dropping. We are going up. Sorry, this graphic is this way. It didn't show up here again. That's another mistake. So we are here. This is last year. Hopefully becoming, no, here. This guy is difficult to pass, So in the future, they will be Emirates, Emirates. They will be Chinese and they will be Turkish. Let's show this way. Okay. That's our transfer passenger. 30% increase in transfer passengers. Turkish Airlines grow because of the transit passengers. That's no center of gravity issues. It works perfectly. Thanks to Istanbul, It's nice hub. It's helping us. Where we are right now, we are, 10, right? But in terms of the international destination, we are larger than other airlines. We are very big. And we fly everywhere. We go quickly. Africa is featured here. We are strongest airline serving to Africa. Strongest. And on the future, we became double stronger, Because there's a lot of things here. There's money here. In Europe, we love the European airlines. We're serving 14 German cities. We're serving just 10 Italian cities today and more coming. We are European. And in America, we are baby right now. We used to be less than baby. Tomorrow we became adults. More city coming here. There's also money in the Atlantic. We want to get some. And the Middle East, that's the place. It's full of Turkish Airlines. It used to be this way. It became this way. More coming. Asia Pacific, we used to be this way. And it became this way and more coming. Okay, who we are. This is OND, city payers, we're linking each other. In Africa and Middle East, we're feeding these 2 regions better than Emirates and all the airlines. Air France, it's a big player in Africa. That's the connectivity, it's B2 of the Istanbul, Asia Pacific, IT United, we are second largest one in the connectivities. And we have right now 207 aircrafts. End of the year will be this many aircraft in order. We signed them already, almost finished. And we're making good profit, thanks to God. Everything is perfect, It's EBITDA 21%. Hopefully this continue. We are good because of our cost control is perfect. We are humble, strong airline, We never waste money, But we spend money for the passengers. And we have a lot of good things, prices, sponsorship works perfectly. This one works perfectly also. And geographic. Istanbul is the perfect place to establish airline, a hub. Do you know why? Because of these curves. This is the flight distance, this is the cost. So if you collect the whole of Europe, from here to here, Africa, this circle, this is like a long-haul connection as a cost. But because of short distance, you can have all the frequencies. In Tel Aviv, we have 9 flights per day. In Frankfurt, Düsseldorf, Paris, we have 6, 7 flights per day. Perfect. More coming. And this airport talk a lot. I didn't talk about it. It's the perfect place in the world to establish airport, you know. And what's happening? I need this much money, you know. This year budget is 12 billion. Please help me. I need another $18 billion. I don't know how I'm gonna find. I know that, but this is a big challenge, you know. That's our board tell us. They said by 2023 you need to bring $30 billion. This year budget $12 billion. Last year was about 11 billion almost. The number of passengers is 72. It should be 102 million, and more than 500 aircrafts. When I became the CEO, the time it was less than 80, but it's going up. So please keep continue flying with us. I need a lot of passengers. I need a lot of money, you know. Thank you. Yeah. Is that question answered, Bob? Okay. So we have time for the questions, right? Okay, go ahead. How can I organize questions? It's about aerodynamics, or like talk in the beginning? I used to be a good faculty member, not anymore, you know. Yes, it's coming here. Yeah. Is there any question there? No, no question there. The question is here, please.
Thank you for the great presentation. I'm asking a question about what do you see the biggest challenge in front of Turkish Airlines apart from the infrastructure issue?
Yeah.
In the next 10 years.
Yeah. And the infrastructure, thanks to the authorities, the government, and the Istanbul Greater Airports Consortium, they solving it. And what our biggest challenge every single year is, being a very successful companies, we could be spoiled. Success bearing the ends. And last 11 years, we're fighting against this story. Guys, we are a small baby. We are 2% of the worldwide aviation, you know? So whatever success we have is tiny, don't worry. So we recharge ourselves. The biggest problem with a successful airline is, they say, I am great, so this is the end of the story. And we are continuously fighting against the cost cutting, but improve the product same time, more utilization, you know? So this means we challenge ourselves. That's the biggest threat we are facing every single year. That never change. But I know your story. The main thing is actually, we are 72 million passenger airline, $12 billion revenue, so this means we are sizable. We're not the largest in the Europe yet, but almost there. Not in the revenue, but on the SK, we are there. Okay, so when you became a very large from this many years, that time you need to jump from here somewhere else, you know? And having $18 billion additional with the standard things we are doing is not possible. So we need new stories. We need to hack the Europe, hack the Africa, Asia Pacific more. We need to penetrate that market more than we used to be doing. I'm not going to all the strategy because some of the part is confidential, sorry. But the challenge is bringing that 12 to 30 million. It's big. But when we bring him from 1.8 billion to 12 billion, we said, God, hopefully help us. We can bring him from 12 to 30 billion. I don't know, answer the question or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Here? I can have, you can have it, you can grab it. Yeah.
Merhaba.
Here, sorry, I take the control here.
Yeah.
In 2012 annual report of Turkish Airlines, it is written that you would have 200 aircraft in 2015. But last year you finalized with 300 aircraft,
Yes.
which means that in 3 years period you doubled the fleet.
Yes.
You doubled your expectation.
Right.
How you handle your human resource?
Yeah, that's one thing, but second thing I need to explain. Of course, when you're buying aircraft or you do the airline on the market, you know, Istanbul Stock Exchange, and our growth is humble. It's about 8% a year. Average was the 17%, if you remember. So when we put in the long-term plan, 5 plus 5, 15 years plan, our average growth is about 8%. Worldwide average is about 5, minus 5 something, you know? So this is 8% is reasonable. We are not monster, you know? We are normal people, you know? So, and when we order the aircraft, you know, 5 years, 10 years period, and the budget, everything is about 8%. But we are smart. We put the aircraft in the early years. So delivery start early years, you know, first year, second, third years. But this is the 10 years plan, huh? So why we are doing it, if we're able to grow that much fast, make profit and everything, we have the aircraft. If something screw up, could be, you know, God knows, just a human being, that time, don't buy more aircraft. Use them coming 10 years, you know? So this is this risk management, that's normal, huh? This is why when we publishing data, we published as a normal airline, but when we executed, super airlines, you know? That's the reason for it. Human resources, okay, that's the biggest part of the service business. We are a service business. We're not designing aircraft. We are not doing research. We are not doing science. We are not building aircraft, you know? So this means we are a service business. In service business, biggest dilemma is the workforces. You need to have good flow of workforces, you know? So biggest problem coming on the pilots because their training is about 2 years, more than 2 years. And it became captains another 6 years, 8 years. So if I start training pilot today, 8 years later it became the captains. Okay, so we solve it, no problem. We have 2% worldwide aviation, so we need another 2% from other pilots we hire. We have 800 expat pilots, mostly captains, you know. So this means world belongs to us, yeah. I love the Turkish citizen, don't misunderstand me, but I need to run the business, you know. So cabin attendants, we used to have the 1,700 cabin attendants. Today is 9,000. Pilot used to be 640, is close to 4,000. And in the cabin, no problem, thanks to school like yourself and other schools, our schools, everybody's, we train the Turkish. There's enough young lady and men, we train, put them on cabin. And the technician, this is another dilemma. It takes 5, 6 years to have a good technician. That's we are working on it. Basically, the ground staff, that certified ground staff, that's also is easy to put together. Answer your question, and about 5 years back, we put together an ecosystem. We can train any number of the certified people. But on the captains, you need to wait. On the technician, you need to wait. Otherwise, it's flowing. Yeah, we handle it. Okay. Do you have time for more questions? Yes. Yes. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Thank you very much for your lecture. So why don't we have some A380s or Airbus 357, or I don't know, bigger planes? Why do we only have narrow body? I mean, the biggest plane what we have is the A330 at the moment.
777.
Yeah, and the 777, sorry. But I mean, why don't we get a 380 or something more than it?
I am not against the 380. I am not against 747. That is the queen of the sky.
Yes, that's true.
And it's the perfect design. And if you know about it, that is an old aircraft. Huh?
Yeah, that's true.
It's good, but someday is better. Huh? And for the number of destinations we are flying today, if you see, it's about 286. Mm-hmm. Right? It's good
Yes,
number.
right.
And the number of flights per day we have 1,200. We're supposed to be largest airline in the world today. With the number of destinations we are going. We are going more intensity than other airlines going. We're supposed to be largest in the world. We are not. We are half size of the United. We are half size of the Delta. So this means our frequency is half. I need to increase the frequencies. I need to fly more. So 777 is a nice machine. 18, I'm not against on it. New York, I have 3 flights, I need to 4 per day. If I 777, 380, I need a 2, you know. More frequency better, you know. So it doesn't suit today's network, but tomorrow could be. Okay, I think we have one more question.
One last question.
Yes.
We have here, he has been waiting, so...
Yeah.
Thank you for your presentation, sir. My name is Çağlar Altun. I'm coming from Ankara. I'm a lawyer. So my question will be, of course, from a legal perspective.
Let's good.
And I have 2 questions, very short. First one, will we able to get your presentation after the activity?
Yes, we can distribute them. We can provide them to the here, and anybody could.
Thank you. And the second part is a legal question. And we are proud of Turkish Airlines and other airlines, first of all. But when aviation grows in the world, it has, of course, some reflections, adverse reflections, like to the nature, to the people, and noise, emission.
Right.
And my question is about the passenger rights. I have made a research. The number of consumer rights problems in front of the court constitutes the biggest portion in Turkish courts, Turkish legal agenda.
Okay.
But the problems about the aviation, consumer rights, passenger rights, is the smallest portion. That doesn't mean that everything goes well in aviation from the perspective of passenger rights. I think there's a big problem. The awareness, situational awareness. Turkish people do not know his rights on the aviation rights. So do you have any plan to make it smaller, this portion, this gap?
Right.
Thanks.
Okay, when you're a growing airline, and because of fast growth, you do 100,000 things good, and you grab the business. We are the best European airline last 5 years, hopefully this year also. There's a competition in June now, I pray. We work. And so we are the best European airline, and we are most likely better than other Atlantic, beyond Atlantics, you know. But there is better airlines on the east. Yes, but they're not flying here, so no problem. Huh? And so when we're growing this much fast, we do 100 good things, cost cutting, product development, fine. When you're growing this much also, there is a delays and so on. I am not saying that this is okay. But this is, as you said, the nature of this business. On-time performance could be 85%, or could be 80%, still 20%, you delay, you know? Okay, that's the first thing. And in order to compensate this one, we are very close to the passengers. We follow up all our mistakes, luggage laws and everything, what we think about it. If you remember, not today, but about 5 years back in New York Times, making news about Turkish Airlines doesn't missing the bags. You know, we are so good that time. Okay, and in the passenger right issues, if you know, Turkish regulation, civil aviation is aligned with the European Union regulation there. And I love the passenger. None of us, include myself, if something happened to the customers, could be delayed. And I mean, I am not saying it's normal, but we feel very bad. Maybe we are the only airline in the world. When you're flying with us, if you get sick, we follow you, we bring you to the hospital, we take care about you, we bring you home. And somebody will stay in Turkish Airlines with you. We are the only airline. And there's a lot of stories. We have a lot of positive stories. And if you remember, I explained, I don't know, the international 58% of the passengers transit. More than half of the passenger is transit, is non-Turkish. And another half of the passenger to local to Turkey from Turkey is international, non-Turkish. So unfortunately, as about a quarter of the 40 million international passengers just Turkish. And Turkish domestics grow from 5 million to about 60 million. If you remember the graphics here, it's 10 times, more than 10 times. And also, in Turkey, they complain that ticket price is very high. Believe me, Turkey is one of the lowest fares in the world in the domestics, So answer your question, we are with the passengers, and we always promoting, please reach us. Every day I receive about 10 plus complaints in my emails. I check my emails, maybe not every day, but the day after, and we follow them. That's why I can answer. Okay. Thank you. We go there, huh? Nice aircraft. Biz teşekkür ederiz. I think they take care. Thank you. After you.